Right, welcome to another episode of Allstar Garage. This one is part 2 of the 3-part MK10 World Final Jag build in the shed, build, doing stuff for World Final build that you've already seen because we've already raced it, but now I'm talking about it, you haven't, because it's just over there and it's not painted. Anyway, what you've seen already was us obviously getting it, stripping it, sorting it, making a start underneath, doing the bits and bobs inside. This is going to carry on from that, basically doing more of the other bits, getting the corner plates on, getting the doors bolted up, repairing that passenger door, starting to put bits and bobs together. We're going to put the shock mounts in it, we're going to turn it around and put the axle in it properly, mount all of that and get the boot down, bolted up, try and get the loom in it and all the last little bits and bobs we need to do before we then start flattening it off, which we've attempted some of so far, and that's a bad job. And yeah, just getting them last bits done before we then start doing the prep and the paint. And then the next episode that you will see will be us doing the prep and the paint, and of course the sign writing when Dan comes down to do that. So, here we go. Right, little situation updated for you. It's the 17th, Tuesday the 17th of September today. We've done a little bit yesterday afternoon, didn't do much during the day because I went to the dentist and had a tooth out, so I couldn't talk because I had a numb face. We finished the water tank, got the top on that, water tested it about 400 times because every time we filled up water shooted out from different directions. It was quite like a colander actually, but that's now done and in, and the brackets are done to bolt it in. Squirrel's just welding up a couple of holes in the tunnel. Hi Squirrel. Where it had holes in the weird bit, but we've got to cut a big hole out for the gear stick. Right where we need to cut the hole, there's 2 holes in the side of the tunnel either side, so we're just going to cover them up to put a bit of strength back in it. While he's doing that, I'm in the mix of putting the bottom on this door, because that had rotted off. So to try and make it look sensible-ish. It's so bent and floppy and knackered. What else have we done? Water tank's in, that's done. I've got to repair this still, which is still like floppy and not connected. I've got to put a little bit from the inner wing to the chassis rail there. I've got to do the bumper, I've got to do the front bonnet bolts. I've just welded these little bits of box section in the back, which we're allowed to do in the rules for the back bonnet bolts. Obviously, realistically, it'd be nice if they bolted in because you take them out and put them in another MK10, but time and reality of me racing another MK10, quite slim. So that's where we are. passenger door is repaired and on, although it's really wobbly. We're going to have to put a fair bit of filler in it. Side plates are nicely folded, new, bolted on, both sides. We did have a bit of a fire in there, putting that one through something caught a light and burnt up there, so we flattened that off, so that's great. Fireman Sam. Joey was on hand. We've retired him for this evening because he was woofing so much last week. The gutters are really bad where it's been lifted, but if we shoot round the other side and look at the lovely nameplate at the same time, Jamie's been tinkering about and he's managed to repair this side, which is a hell of a lot better. And he's just making a little, the pillars on these are not very good up the top, they like to fall off. Oh, this one's actually quite bad. Didn't realise that. That's great. So he's putting a little slit down through there. This is the detail we're going to. That's going to go through there, weld onto there, slitted down through there, and we're polishing this steel up as much as we can so that it sort of blends in with the chrome to a degree. By the time I go over it with the DA and shine it up a little bit, and then it's lacquered, it's not going to rust because he's really keen and he loves it. Or not, I don't know. But we're getting there. Bonnet's really bad. Squirrel put about 2 or 3 hours into it yesterday afternoon. And after God knows how long on the 40 grit sandpaper on the DA, it's still really rough. So I think the only answer is bare metal. That's going to be a lot of time, but it's the only way we're going to get it out, and there's so many dents and divots in it. But it's the only way to get a look at. I don't know if you can see how deep it is there. That is really rough. Whoever painted it mustard yellow done a very bad job. Nice. We're still going.
It's a two-man job.
It's big bonnet, big fat cat. Yeah, it's not too bad with that screw cap in it. Ow, that was sharp. Don't do that. Ow!
Yeah, I just missed that bit over it.
That bit me. So that's on that neck, isn't it?
Must be. No. You know where we said the corner plate, water tank's high?
Yeah, it must be because it's not catching that cap.
No, because that side's down.
Just, it's touching it.
Whereas this side, quite high.
Hang on, I'm getting it inside. Yeah, it is. It's that back corner.
It's over here.
Yeah, boy. It's that rib bit up the side. The only other thing we could do is cut them welds and flatten it out a little bit. Would push it down some, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Obviously, I can't test this
Trying
one.
to save some time and money, and so I don't really know what we're saving by trying to use the Series 2 ones from last year, but they're not quite the same shape. And they're V'd up a little bit too much, so that there's still gap. It's not holding much of the bonnet, is what we're discussing. But are we that worried? It's not a lot, is it? We're going to have to flatten off that bit under that bonnet, that side anyway.
Yeah, to bring this one down. I don't think they look too bad.
I'm quite.
Do you think a bonnet bolt's going to be what, here? Isn't it?
You got one bonnet bolt there. That's going to be right on that crease and all. Let's use the non-running out of battery grinder. This one's constant velocity battery.
I might as well do that one.
Well, teamwork makes the dream work. That is better, isn't it?
Yeah. I'll let you jump on this one.
What, because I'm fat?
That would have been just like a trampoline.
There you
for
go.
me.
Fat man scoop is in the house.
I would have bounced off it like a trampoline. Oh,
Snug.
she's tight.
It's tight, but I'm surprised we haven't had to cut nothing off the corners.
Oh, we'll go that way, isn't it?
Yeah.
Better. Might be a little bit more. Might be a little bit more still of that box.
Oh, it's on the crush tube bit and everything.
It's on there.
There's a crush tube there it's sitting on.
That's where it needs to be, isn't it?
Yeah.
We do the hole.
I'll bolt it down, won't it? Put it down.
Should pull it down. Or we can do the hole and beat whatever's holding it a little bit.
Yeah. It's only that bit of box there that it's sitting on.
Yeah.
I think by the time you do it, it'll pinch it, won't it?
Or that, yeah.
Put a washer on it.
It's gone right back now, hasn't it? Yeah.
That's not bad, is it?
No.
It's better than I thought. Nice and snug. That's all right.
And they ain't too big.
No, that's nice. If we mark them holes in,
Can't we just gas them straight up?
yeah.
Thanks,
Because the
Simon.
paint's knackered anyway, it doesn't matter.
Oh.
Where's the spark box?
This side is a little bit more forward than that.
Yeah, I'm not that worried.
No? I reckon they'll be about that.
Yeah, I do. Well, I was going to make a coffee, but I'm not doing that at 11 past.
Depends how late you're on about staying here.
I didn't realise how late it was. I think if anything, you don't even need to take that bit off. It's this bit, isn't it?
Yeah,
Because if you
that's
take
what I mean.
that off, that's going to go lower.
Doodle hands. From like there. Like that.
Yeah.
You reckon?
I reckon we want to trim up both sides.
Yeah, because then that ain't a great deal either, look.
Nah.
And it might be a little bit easier to get on.
Oh, I do have another problem. I don't have two bits of bonnet bolt long enough. Don't have long enough bits of bonnet bolt.
What? Whirly bar?
I thought I had another 2 lengths, but I don't. And the ones that come out of the series,
Oh.
they're long enough, but they are Bananarama. So, by process of some sort of elimination, if I go there, and so that's 32, 33. That should be fine. If we have a little forwards, then we'll have a little backwards. Oh, what happened to the forwards? Ah, bit of box here.
Oh.
Brake pipes to the back axle needed. Nice. Shock mounts tomorrow. Oh, let's mark some stuff off the list. There is a few that can go. We've actually done a little, we've done a bit. Bumper, done.
Bonnet bolts?
We haven't made them though.
Bonnet?
Bonnet, yes, that fits. Corner plates, yes,
Yeah.
that fits. Back axle, shock mounts, no springs, no harness, no mirror, no foam up, no aluminum, no ECU, clutch cable, engine out the jag, definitely haven't done that. Hose up exhaust, no. Top of the doors, no, because we still need to
Do the other bit.
finish that.
Done one
Wheels
bit.
and tyres, no. Brakes, no. Weld the bottom of the wings, no. Overflow pipe, no. Paint prep, no. Paint, no. Transponder bracket, no.
We've got
Well,
3.
there was other bits we were doing tonight that I didn't put on the list because I was writing the list as we were doing it.
Yeah.
Like all the little tabs and bits on the inner wings and all that, which we've done. Bonnet bolts, we're like 50-50. I just have to get some long enough bonnet bolts for the front,
Yes.
and that's another jobbed. Right, that's it for today, tonight, wherever we are, 10 to 12 or something, on a Tuesday night, Tuesday the 17th of September. So we're doing all right. We're actually not massively far away. We've still got a lot to do, don't get me wrong, but it's getting there slowly. So we are back on track for psalm writing in the next week. If we can get all the metal work done and the building done and the boot done and the axle done and all that sort of stuff done, shock mounts, back axle is the next 2 biggest jobs. Tie the bottom of them wings in, get the boot on, plate it up, bolt it down, then it's pretty much paint prep. Really, we've still got brake pipes to do, prop shaft to make, stuff underneath to do, but that can always be done the week after psalm writing if it needs to be. We've still got to get the engine out of the other Jag from Aldershot, Lindale, give that an oil change, a new set of plugs and a freshen up because it's sort of broken in now, it's done enough laps. Get that cleaned up, blow all the shale off of that, anything that's on that dirty wires, get that in. But yeah, if that doesn't happen till after psalm writing, it's not the end of the world. I'd like it in, don't get me wrong, but beggars can't be beggars can't be choosers, I think, at this stage of the game. Anyway, I need some bed and some sleep and probably a shower, actually.
I second that.
Second that for Jamie.
Apart from that lever bar's over there.
Leverage?
Leverage.
What, Leroy Eva bar?
Leroy Eva. Oh.
Gas then, yeah? Some gaseous. Slice and dice. Let me get the engine on the fork skids. Doobie 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 doo. Forklift back. Doobie 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 doo. Only for 10 minutes. Doobie doobie doo.
There we are. Going in?
Yeah.
Come on then.
Let me get Allstar Jack. Also known as Jasmine Ack.
Jasmine Ack. Oop. Hold on.
We need some more backage, but the problem is
No,
I'm at the wrong angle with the
we need
jack.
some twistage.
That's what I mean. If I had the jack in here, I could put it sideways. But stupidly,
You pulled it.
hang on.
Yeah, nice. Right, if we go downage.
Viva la down. Gonna have to go Viva la back.
What are we on?
Steering rack.
Probably. There you go.
Ah, I never did the holes in there.
That's all right, we can do it when
So do it on the next time.
Right, that bolt hole's lined up. Hold on.
Yeah, that one's not far away. What we're doing, we're putting the 2 litre back in because that's obviously not the good engine, but we need to do the back axle and make a prop shaft. So to make a prop shaft, we need the gearbox in the right place.
I'm in.
We have to take it out to do some other bits and obviously get the water tank out to weld that up. So we're just going to put that back in, bolt it in loosely so that we can turn the car around, do the back axle, do the prop shaft. Then once all that's done, that engine can then come back out
Cool.
and go back on the shelf.
Sweet. Give us a push.
Which way?
Backwards.
Oh, that didn't move. Let me get some leverage. That's unusual. Oh,
That's close.
that was close. I felt
actually-
your skin on my skin.
I actually thought you got that then.
That was like tip to tip. Ah,
What?
the strap's now in my way of getting out.
Yeah, I'd like to see you get through the little window.
Oh my God. It's okay.
Take your time.
I can get out in an emergency.
Yeah, wait till you got your overalls on. Have to butter him up.
Good Lord. Okay. Goodbye, forklift. Yeah. You're not fat enough for that.
Is that tyre or is that...
We're just going to chuck some water in it, fill that tank up, so that we've got some sort of idea where it's going to sit with the weight in it. Now it's got an engine in it. Just to try and gauge it before we do the back axle to level the car. Isn't that right, Cyril?
Yes, Peter. That's not going to work.
No, I didn't think it would. That's going to have to be a proper 90 hose, I reckon.
That's tight. Ha! That's sharp.
Tweet.
Have we got any anywhere?
The only other way you could do it,
What?
temporarily,
Just cap off the water tank?
is just get another bit of that hose, 2 1 1/4 fittings.
Why didn't we just link up the
That's what I'm saying, but it's not long enough with that.
That will be.
That's not, because it was just about full stretch to go from there to there without the engine in the way.
Just try it.
It won't fit. Just get a couple of 1 1/4 fittings, join it together, put another length on.
That's more finding jubilees.
Either that or get that reel over there and cut 1.5 meters off rather than 1 metre.
Okay, you were right.
I know I was right. That's why I'm the boss.
Maybe.
Go on, say something.
Nothing.
Go on.
Nothing.
It's up to you.
There should be some more.
We put a joiner in. Oh, I'll tell you what will work as a joiner.
The red Baron's outside.
Maybe
I'll
not.
cut 1.5 meters off.
That's the easiest way. You what?
That new hose is tits. So I'm doing a sales pitch here.
We do sell this hose, yeah.
I do.
So in the interest of science, that's going to get that wet and go rusty. That's perfect. We're going to fill it up. The easiest thing to do would just be to get the tap and hose in. Fill that bad boy up, but we'll sort of want to measure how big the tank is. And the only real way we can do that is by the
Fine.
water butt. Here comes the job. Derby. Dog's trying to, don't get the name visor wet. Dog's trying to drink the water as it comes out the water butt. It's got antifreeze in it.
Fill the butts up so much then.
These are 25 litres a pop. Probably a little bit more because it's to the brim. So if we get 2 of these, and that's 50 litres of water. What is it, a water box or a steam tank or a
Steam tank, hold steam.
steam box?
Water box.
Steam guard.
Well, it's a water vessel.
That's a slow fill. Didn't you fancy the big hose?
Didn't even know where that was. I just picked up the first hose I saw.
Let's see
To be fair, it's not that slow. You can lose it on the time lapse.
That's the fuel pipe one.
What?
That's the one for doing petrol.
You not got, I thought we had a jug for that.
Well, I can use a jug if you want. We always had a big hose for water and a smaller hose for petrol.
Yeah.
Maximum fuel delivery.
Should have gone on Amazon. They're selling the jugs for $5.99 for a 5 litre jug.
Are
With
they?
the bendy nozzle, yeah.
Oh, I do like a bendy nozzle.
Because everyone took the piss out my watering can.
Watering can is a little bit
Yeah, but it works. Has a big funnel and you've got more control.
more spout. Do you like having a big spout?
Especially if you've got a small hole and you have a massive spout, it works well.
Oh dear. Far too tired for them sort of jokes.
Do you want to fill up another butt? I'm following in the big
Well, there you go. 75 litres of water. 3 drums.
We got bounce.
We're off the bump stops now. You drank your coffee already? I haven't even touched mine yet. Morning brew.
I've had a couple of morning brews already.
Morning brews, what today?
Yeah,
What time was you up this morning?
6:30.
6:30.
Well, I'm staying around my brothers, isn't I?
Oh yeah! We haven't had a Wayne injection for a while, and by the time you watch this, it's a couple of weeks away, so there's double not had a Wayne injection. What's happening, Wayne?
I'm homeless. I'm sleeping around my brothers. And
I don't think homeless is quite the right term, because when you say you're homeless, people think that you can't afford to keep a house and you live on the streets. Well, the reality is you've just sold 2 houses, so it's not like you can't afford to live.
oh, Rob reckons I'm the richest homeless person he knows.
You definitely are, I think. You are the richest homeless man in Kent. But no, the system is, right, you know what you're doing, because your theory is if you don't have a house, you don't have to pay for a house, you don't have to pay for bills, so you'll go around and stay at everyone else's house, eat everyone else's food, crap in everyone else's toilet. You haven't got to pay for it.
Electric.
You haven't got to pay for it, have you?
No council tax.
I think you're onto a winner, actually. No council tax, no electric bill,
But-
no water bill, because you have a shower. Where do you have a shower? At your brother's?
Yeah.
So he's paying for the water.
I did have a shower at my girls last night. She cooked me dinner and I had a shower there.
There you go. So you've had a 3 nights entertainment, you had a dinner, and you've had a shower.
Yeah.
So you're actually living for free.
I'm living for free.
That's not bad going, is it?
Yes, but I would rather have my own place.
Yeah, I bet you would.
Seriously, you can't beat your own place, Pete. You know, because my age now,
How old is your age?
well, I'm 59,
Right.
but
Plus 10.
I need to get up in the night to go to the toilet and have a wee.
Well, I do that and I'm 35.
Well, but it's not nice when I'm running up the landing.
With your bits and bobs hanging out.
Yeah.
Someone else's house. What's your hands?
Hold it there a minute, Pete.
Yeah? No. Easy, Tiger.
I'm going to have to hold this round while you slide that.
Now my sides fell out. Jesus.
That's nearly my foot.
You made a meal out of this, didn't you?
Give me that bit of rod.
Got Rod Stewart. I think I've got to stand the axle up anyway, haven't I? She's on the twister.
Good, just go up there with it. Right, you've pinched it there.
But we're not square, not far away.
Yeah, but now you might want to put your lever in it just to leave
Well,
it.
hang on, because the other side's fell out now. Oh my giddy aunt.
Do you want me to do the lever?
Yeah, go down a smidge. All right, hang on. Easy.
There?
Yeah, stay there a minute. I'm miles away now.
Hey?
I'm well miles away now.
Yeah, so am I this side.
Diff's all hanging down and everything. We're all up the place. Right, let's wheel it out of the way-ish for a second. Yeah, fire that back up, Wayne. Oh yeah, nice. 19 on one side and 22 on the other.
Well, have you done that wheel out the other side?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, the hubs are loose.
Oh,
They're
right.
just chucked in there. They're just chucked in there to roll.
Alright.
Because they're not the ones we're going to use. It's hard to tell as well because you can't look sideways down the side of the car, can you? But seal height, I don't think it's too far away. Bearing in mind there is no seals because they rotted off. Where I've put seals back to. You don't want to go much lower, much higher, because you've got 11 inches there between the seal and the floor. That's a lot. It's nearly a
Yeah,
foot.
but this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying to you. That these cars, when they're on the road, the wheels are up in the arches.
And it's 12 inches at the front, so it's only an inch of lift, which is nothing. But it's hard to tell because you can't stand side on and see it.
Yeah.
If you do is roll it back, but I don't think that's far away.
But you can see it's better anyway, Pete, from here.
Yeah. It looks
what
it
I'm
looks
saying
high at
to
the
you
front
is,
because of that front wheel arch.
If you went up another inch and a half on the back, some of them cars would go under the back of that motor
Lift you up, yeah.
and just put you wherever you want to.
Yeah. No, I think that's all right. Right, another day in paradise. Kind of, probably not. That's definitely no, it's not. Today is Friday the 20th of September. Dan is sign writing this car 1 week today. With all the rough bits to sort out. Got to put a petrol tank in it, got to put battery tray in it, got to sort the loom out in it, and then that's pretty much ready to paint inside. The engine's got to come out, which I'll probably do later-ish, to try and get ahead of the game. I'm going to want to paint the black inside, under the engine bay, under the arches and all that sort of thing first, get that done, and then we can mask the edges up to then do the primer, the base coat, etc, on the outsides. So before I can do that, I've got to get petrol tank in, battery tray in, engine's got to come back out. We made the strap for the gearbox, which I've got to put round, but there's no point putting it on now, that's why the strap's still holding the gearbox up. But in the meantime, before we went home yesterday, Jamie got all keen with these little bits of, well, this is the level we're going to here, just to cap it off. It's doing absolutely nothing, and it's just a thin bit of tin. But if I just put that in there, tack that in there and grind it back, it's capped off. It looks 10 times better when it's painted. Lots to do. I don't think it's gonna, I'm not gonna have time for it to be like mirror perfect because there's so many dents and imperfections on it. I need a week just in rubbing down and filler, and I don't have it because I need 1 day to paint black, I need 1 day to do primer, I need a day to do base coat because I'm obviously not painting in an oven, so we've got to allow it to dry off between masking up, if that makes sense. So that's a bit time consuming. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. Let's just do it. Right, battery tray, this contraption, this edge thing needs to go in. I've got to clean that off first. Fuel tank, fuel cell, gas tank, petrol combustion box carrier thing. This one is made for this tank. Sits on the roll cage just behind my back there. Don't worry, perfectly safe. Just like that in the car. But I've actually, by coincidence, used that exact roll cage in the last 3 World Final cars. And one of them I went and did a practice day. I raced a blue Jag and had this tank in it. Went and did a practice day, worked out, because it's quite small. And obviously the engines are built and jetted and they drink a lot of petrol. So we were trying to work out if that was enough, because I need to be able to drive onto the track. Then we have to line up. Then we do 2.5 rolling laps. And then we do, I think it's a 20 lap race. So there's all, you don't want to run out of petrol on lap 19. Do you know what I mean? So we done a lap test on that tank in a previous car, a bit close to the mark. A little bit close. Didn't quite, wasn't comfortable. Probably would have been all right, but I wasn't quite. Is that leaking? Probably. So I've got another roll cage with a different petrol tank, designed by the same man, but this is a slightly earlier model, and it's got the petrol tank's bigger brother. If you know what we're talking about in the larger area. That has just come off of the Yarmouth car, which now was 2 months ago, maybe, when I raced that and the Loman blew up. That's still full because I only did 8 laps and the engine went bang, if you remember rightly. I don't want that petrol in there that's been sat in there 2 months. It's probably absolutely fine, but we're not going to run that risk. So I'm going to empty this tank out. We've already drilled bigger holes because obviously it's slightly bigger. We've already drilled the holes for that on that cage because we did it last year and the year before. So I know that will fit. So I'm going to drain the petrol out of that. That can then go onto that cage. The battery tray can go onto the cage, and then all I've got to do is redo the loom wire that melted in the pink Series 2. And then that's technically ready for painting there. And then we can start doing prep, which I should have been doing about 3 days ago. We've still got lots to do. So I'm going to stop talking and crack on. Right, there you have it. That's going to be the end of part 2 of the big yellow slug build. Because the majority of the welding and the building and the sorting and the stuff is done to an extent. We've still got to take the engine out of the car from Aldershot, which is the Lindau, which is going to come out there, get cleaned up and go in there. But that's a down the line job because we really need to pull our finger out, or I need to pull my finger out and start flattening off this terrible paint and filling it up and smoothing it, trying to make a nice finish. So by the time you see it, you go, oh, Mark 10 was actually all right. Well, now you know it wasn't, but it's lipstick on a pig time, if you know what I mean. Obviously, if you've enjoyed it like normal, allstargaragemerch.co.uk, you can get the hoodies, the t-shirts, the hats, the cups, the mugs, the pictures, the stickers, anything else you want that's got Allstar Garage written on it that might be cool, like a hat or a bucket hat or a... It's winter soon, we're going to start doing some jackets and stuff. Be nice, wouldn't it? Winter is coming. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. Catch you in the next one.